this point, we're pretty much all familiar with the CJRB Pyrite Light. Probably one of the best budget knives of 2024. This is the CJRB Large Pyrite Light. This one is out of copper and rosewood. Let's flick it open. Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and do some size comparison. I think that gets us all familiar with the knife, right? Let's pull in the staple, the Benchmade bug out, right? This has got similar steel, S90V steel. You can see that this knife, the Pyrite, is a lot larger, right? The cutting edge, let's see, not too much difference because that CJRB Pyrite has that large forward finger choil, but we're not missing too much cutting edge from the bug out, right? All right, what's another one that we could pull in here? How about, this is like some of my favorites. Spyderco Chaparral, Sun and the Moon. A lot smaller front facing, forward choil. Can I talk? Forward finger choil right here. But yeah, that's something that I like. And then let's pull in another one. This one is one of the bigger knives that I EDC. Spyderco Swayback Swish design, cutting edge, a little bit more on the swayback, but overall, the swayback's a little bit smaller, so you can kind of get the sense that this is a big knife, right? Big knife. The blade on it is close to 4 inches, so watch your laws. Now, this is the size comparison that I want to do. And I think that these knives line up really well together. This is the American Lawman by Cold Steel, right? Now you can see that the American Lawman is a little bit smaller. Cutting edge is a little bit less. But that contour of the scales and the blade, that ergonomic grab is about the same. This is one of my favorite knives, this American Lawman. And the CJRB Large Pyrite, ooh, with that forward finger choil, that thing is nice. It's got a good grip on it. So those are my size comparisons. Let's get into the kind of some of the specifics of the knife, right? Let's start with the blade. We got a sheep's foot, Warren Cliffy blade, stone wash with a flat grind. Super sharp from the factory. Tested it on a lot of cardboard, double walled cardboard, and it cut through it like a laser beam, right? Huge thumb studs on this knife. Great. Ambidextrous. It's like, is it a true ambidextrous knife? Let's check it out. You got the mounting positions for your clip on either side. So that's tight. You got a titanium clip, a little long for, I don't think these clips need to be this long. It could be a little shorter, in my opinion. But yeah. Now, the only thing that doesn't make it ambidextrous, lefties might have trouble, is the button itself is only on one side. But everything else, great. So you do have, some CJRB branding, S90V steel on the other side. Yeah. Now you get to the button situation. You got your pivot screw right here, but this is your button to kind of actuate the knife. Right? On bearings, smooth as hell. Bearings mean dust environment, not so great, right? You can clog those bearings up. You got to get in there and clean them. Who wants to take apart a knife all the time? Not me. But some guys like that. Now you got your lock over here. If you lock it while it's closed, it's not going to open. Unlock it, opens, right? Lock it, it's not going to close, even if you push the button. Right? Simple operation, but very cool. Now we get down to the copper. Beautiful copper scale right here. Now, with beautiful copper becomes some little bit of weight. A lot of bit of weight. 5.4 ounces. Not like a brick, but definitely not the lightest knife ever. Just take the, we'll take the bug out for example, right? Bug out is like 2 ounces. This is like 2.5 bug outs, right? I don't think you're getting twice the cutting in this knife, but you get twice the pretty. I definitely like the look of this knife. This rosewood and copper is excellent. I wish they would have done, they did some scalonization if you kind of peek down in there, but they could have done a little bit more, in my opinion. I like the fact on this knife that there's not too many screws in this knife, right? You got 1, 2, 3. 3 screws on the show side, and then on the clip side, you got 2 kind of holding the pocket clip in, 3, 4, 5, and the pivot. So 5 on this side. But this side is beautiful. I love that. You got your lanyard hole in the back for all you lanyard guys. Kind of elongated lanyard hole. I would have loved to seen that like in the back, like here, kind of hidden. So it just wouldn't have taken away from this beautiful scale. I like that a lot, man. And you're going to get the patina. The patina. Everybody loves the patina on copper knives. Give it some time. Give it some wear. Great. Flip it over. I already talked about the pocket clip. Wish it was a little smaller. I wish that CJRB would do this S90V steel in the regular pyrite, right? Give me the S90V steel in a G10 handle. I don't like FRN. You could call me Metal Complex Jr. That's not my favorite thing, right? I like it when you grab a knife and you get a really good grip on it and you're cutting through kind of a tougher material and you don't feel that weakness in the handle. Now, what you'll see on this knife that I really like, and let me add this to my wish list as well, contoured G10. This knife right here is a contoured copper scale. Feels, the feeling takes this knife up a lot. Like I said, I've been through a lot of knives, right? And out of those knives, the American Lawman has been my #1 favorite knife. Like, great feeling, right? It's a little big. That's the only thing. So, but these ergonomic lines really can't be beat for my larger hands. So I would love to see a regular size pyrite with these ergonomic lines, G10, S90V steel, and just, I would use that as a beater every day of the week, right? This one right here is a little fancy version, right? If you want a little upgrade on your EDC, it's beautiful. I'm definitely keeping it. It's going in the stable of knives, but I definitely want to see more of like a utilitarian version. Everybody's not going to want copper. Let's talk about the price really quickly. We got $199, but CJRB always runs sales. And I think that that's a pretty good price because for this S90V for the Benchmade bug out, man, this thing is like $300. This is the upgraded carbon fiber one or whatever. I think it comes, the regular versions of the bug out come in S30V steel. So this is a upgraded. So edge retention, edge retention, edge retention. Yeah. And that's why everybody likes that steel, and it's pretty easy to sharpen. I've even sharpened it. I'm not the greatest sharpener at all. But yeah, CJRB did an excellent job. And you know, this is kind of what they do, right? They give you a knife that everyone likes, and then they give you 1,000 different versions of it. So I would pull the trigger on this one if you're in love with the copper and you love the grip on this. Like, this is amazing. But if you want just a beater, wait, it's coming. It's coming. The S90V with the G10 is coming. They do every version of a knife, right? Once they get a hit. So thank you, CJRB, for sending this out. It is an excellent knife. Stays in the stable. Beautiful as hell. I think it's a decent value. Guys, if you like gear, backpacks, knives, flashlight, that kind of thing, come back. We're going to do some more reviews. See you next time, guys. Peace.